आप लोग गाजा पट्टी में होने वाले किसी भी उस पर आंसू बहाते हैं, लेकिन आपकी जबान से एक शब्द नहीं निकल रहा है क्योंकि एक दलित नौजवान मारा गया बांग्लादेश में।
The unremitting hostility against minorities in Bangladesh, including Hindus, Christians and Buddhists at the hands of extremists, is a matter of grave concern.
2 Hindu men lynched within a week in Bangladesh. Angry protesters march on the Indian High Commission, accusing Delhi of interference. In India, Hindu groups protest in response. Visas are suspended, diplomats summoned, and for the first time in years, a question hangs heavy. Have India and Bangladesh slid from a golden era into a dangerous chill? Perhaps at the center of it all is a leader who is not on any of those streets, Sheikh Hasina. Deposed, in exile in India, and now the lightning rod for both anti-India anger in Bangladesh and strategic anxiety in Delhi. For more than a decade and a half, India and Sheikh Hasina's Bangladesh were in what diplomats openly called a golden era. Close security cooperation, quieter borders, and New Delhi's confidence that Dhaka would keep Islamist groups and anti-India elements in check. Whatever the criticism about Hasina's domestic politics, for India, she was a predictable, reliable partner. That ended last year. A massive student-led uprising, anger over authoritarianism, and economic stress pushed millions onto the street. On August 5, when crowds marched towards Hasina's residence, the army refused to fire on protesters. Since then, Hasina's physical absence from Dhaka has only amplified her political presence. She is in India, and that single fact has become the most emotionally charged symbol in Bangladesh's new politics. Look at this timeline. Earlier this month, radical youth leader Sharif Osman Hadi, a fierce critic of both India and Hasina's Awami League, is shot in Dhaka. His supporters allege the main suspect linked to the Awami League fled to India. There's no official confirmation, but on the streets, the narrative sticks. India is sheltering Hasina and her allies. As protests turn darker, violence follows. In Mymensingh, Hindu worker Deepu Chandra Das is lynched over blasphemy accusations. Days later, another Hindu man, Amrit Mondal, is beaten to death. Officials deny a religious motive, but the damage to perception is already done. In India, these are seen not as isolated crimes, but as signs of the unleashed anti-India, anti-minority ecosystem in post-Hasina Bangladesh. On Bangladeshi streets, India's refusal to send Hasina back has become fuel for anger. At the center is Muhammad Yunus, a Nobel laureate and now leading an interim government under strain. While his administration condemns attacks on Hindus and promises justice, it has also downplayed some incidents as criminal rather than communal. But on the ground, human rights groups and analysts tell a harsher story. That since Hasina's ouster, hardline Islamists feel emboldened. They have attacked Hindus, desecrated Sufi shrines, targeted cultural institutions, and firebombed the offices of newspapers seen as pro-India. In that environment, calling someone pro-India is almost a license to attack them. New Delhi says it will work with any elected government after Bangladesh's February 12 polls, but has drawn red lines on the safety of its diplomats and Hindus. Until then, India remains on a live wire, hosting Hasina, absorbing anger from Dhaka, and trying not to push the interim regime closer to hardliners. The bigger question, can this be walked back? Beyond the anger, the crisis raises a deeper question. Can a relationship forged in 1971 survive when one side's closest ally has become the other's most hated figure? Anti-India sentiment in Bangladesh is not new, but Hasina's exile has sharpened it into a volatile narrative. Criticizing radicals is labelled pro-India, and being pro-India makes one a target. For Delhi, the dilemma is stark. Send Hasina back and risk her safety, or keep her and fuel the anger now directed at India and Bangladeshi Hindus. Now, the real test is whether both sides can look beyond one exile, one moment of rage, and rescue a relationship that once helped redraw the map of South Asia. Before the street, and not statesmanship, starts drawing the next one.